everyone, my name is Jason, and I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope Day 218. I've been coming on for almost consecutively for 218 days since around February. I was guided to come on to give a daily dose of hope because our world is turning upside down and everything is very polarized and very strange. And so it's been getting stranger and stranger. And my guide said it's going to continue to do this, to go this way. The energies on our planet are increasing. And as the energies are increasing, which also means the frequency is increasing, things that were hidden will become more and more revealed. And so the fabric of our reality will start to unravel a bit because things that we've been taught, a lot of what we've been taught about our world is not necessarily the case. And so we'll start to see a lot of things kind of unraveling in that way. And but it's not a bad thing, it's not a scary thing, it's just a thing. It's just a thing that's happening, you know. We're in this time. We decided to come down here in this crazy time because we can handle it, because we're ready for it. We've been through a lot of stuff on this life and also in other lives, enough so that we're, you know, we've got it. We can handle this. We can figure it out somehow. And so, yeah, so a daily dose of hope, though, is just that even if you've got it, even if you haven't figured it out, you know, sometimes you just lose it. You know, you go into anger, you go into fear, and you know we're human. You know, we make mistakes, and so that's what this is about. It's just trying to get us back into the middle path. You know, no one's perfect, and you know, I don't. You know, I think if anyone was perfect, they, you know, what reason would they have to be here? Um, so hey Keone, and hey Michael. Let's see. Yep, Keone, good day. Michael, how you feeling? I'm a bit flat today. Yeah, I was a bit flat yesterday and the day before. Just like a crash landing. I don't know what happened. It was just very intense. But I went to the acupuncturist, and I think she sorted it out. Whatever it was, it wasn't really physical, but it was, you know, I think everything's physical and everything's not physical, but it's you know, body mind complex, that whole thing. But I hope, Michael, I hope you're feeling better. I hope the flatness expands. Right? TTT Tracy, the Rumble Gods granted me entrance. All right, thanks, Rumble Gods. So, yeah, Daily Dose of Hope usually has three parts, and the first part is a bit of a talk, and then a bit of a channeling, and then we go into a pocket of peace, which is a guided meditation. So today, what I wanted to talk about, so before I come on for these, I have to do an energy clearing, and I do I use my singing bowl and I sing through all of my different chakras and I clear them out and spin them, get them like spinning plates, you know, like a circus act. And so I get them all spinning. Sorry, it's not like a circus act, but I have a bad sense of humor, so just forgive me for that. So, but yeah, get them spinning, and then I sing them all separately, and then I sing them all together, and then I do I call in Sandalphon, and Archangel Michael, and then I call in Archangel Metatron, and all kinds of things. And so when I was calling in Archangel Sandalphon today, I was calling him in to help me to ground my energy into the earth. And as I was grounding, as he was helping me to ground my energy, I kind of started thinking about, you know, like when we ground our energy, we kind of have to go through, there's a not so nice part of the earth, inside the earth, um, that we kind of have to go through in order to get there. And it's a part of our yin and yang universe. I mean, it's there, you know, it's not, you can't really ignore it. And so I just wanted to really just touch briefly on that. It's what's the word, it is a firestorm kind of thing to touch upon. So I'm going to talk around it a bit, but I think you probably know what I'm talking about. But um, there's a lot more happening underground than we know. And Sandalphon, in fact, showed me some things. I was asking him to show me the kind of inner earth advanced civilizations. And before he did, he showed me some in between stuff. And he showed me some civilizations that are not so advanced, that are underneath the earth. And And so I was shown that, and then also, there's a lot of information about all this stuff coming out, and so I did some research. Well, I just looked at the government websites and different things, and the military, and the military, they published a manual. I think it was in 2018, 2017, on subterranean warfare. Why would they do that? Interesting, right? And then so if you read the article, though, the interesting thing for me was that they were asking all of the, like, American universities for access to their underground tunnels, right? So what? Why do they have underground tunnels? What's this about? And then also, when you start to look at uh, all of the Roman ruins, for example, I was looking at something. There was a Roman bath that had been found in Bath, England, and it was buried under a building. And they were doing some excavation, or right, I guess they were just building another building, and they discovered that there's this giant complex underneath the earth, and it goes quite deep. And how did it get that deep, right? How does that happen? Um, and so, just many questions, right? And there's many answers out there. And but what I wanted to talk about, though, is that it's not something that it's just someone's just talking about, or someone made up. I mean, there's enough information out there, both publicly and also on you know official websites and things like that, that you can't write it away. You can't just say, oh no, that's silly, that's crazy talk. Yes. So there's enough, but just logical stuff out there that also confirms it. And then, for me, I Sandalphon showed it to me, and but I guess so. That was my thing, though. So as I was doing my kind of grounding exercise, I was thinking, well, what do we do about that? Like, for example, like there's I mean, of course we can send positive energy and all these kind of things, but what do we do? How do we do? Yeah. And also, like, every time I'm grounding, I have to kind of go through that, and everyone does. um but and I think kind of the only thing that I kind of came out in my mind was that it just needs more light. It needs the light turned on it. That's it. And that, I mean, that's the era that we're in right now. It's this slowly shining the flashlight into all of these different things that have been hidden from us. What was hidden will be revealed. But it is, it's a slow process. It's slowly peeling off the Band-Aid, right? Or whatever you want to call it. But it just popped into my mind today, so I thought there might be something to it. So yeah, and I think that's what we can do. We can shine the light on it. It's still something that is kind of considered fringe to talk about, but it's, I mean, there's enough information out there that it can't. But that's the era that we're living in, where all the information is very public, but it's still considered fringe because that's the way the story is told. And so maybe, yeah. So I think the theme of today is about, I think that, yeah. All right. So TTT Trace, you say this Earth game is so multi-layered. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many different things going on. And yeah, it's a lot for our little brains to handle, or my little brain to kind of take in so many different things. And but I guess it's a slow process. We slowly kind of open up to it and understand what's going on. And at first, always the first step is that shock, like, oh my God, what, no, why, the shock and the anger, and then all those emotions. And then you get to you start understanding and learning more about it and how it works and what's going on. And yeah, so that's, yeah. But this is a daily dose of hope. So I think the whole point, what I'm coming to with all of this, is that it's being exposed, it's coming out, it's and that's how everything will start to shift and change. The light will change things. And so the light is, the light is the love, and it's also the light. A flashlight in the darkness will banish all shadows. You shine the flashlight into the darkness, the shadows are gone. And that's the power of our light. And also, so our eyes, we see with light. We need light to see, and that's so. If we have all of the eyes on these things, they can't be in the shadows anymore. They can't exist anymore, because we're made of love. We humans are made of love, and we just want to make more love around the world. That's this idea. This, I think, the original sin and all of these kind of concepts are. It's just, I don't know where that came from. Well, I kind of know, but there's no sin. It's that's just and to assume that human beings left to their own devices would go into chaos and they'd war, and it's like, no, we'd probably look at babies, look at little kids when they play at the park. I mean, they're just playing in the park, they're playing in the sand, they're sharing stuff. Maybe someone gets angry, but they all get together. That's what we are. um What's that Diggable Planets song from back in the 90s? We're just babies. So we're just want to just make friends and hang out and have fun and find our true happiness. That's what we want. We don't want all this other stuff. So TTT Tracy says, yes, the shock of what's really going on is too much for some. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Even just, I don't know everything that's going on, but just the stuff that I know, sometimes, well, at first it took a long time to really process. Like, what? But I think that's our multidimensionality. That's us approaching this, becoming, ascending, basically. Just that it's really understanding what everything's about too. So there's so many different layers. There's the emotional side, being in control of your emotions, not being triggered, understanding both sides, understanding the yin and yang concept. I mean, there's so much stuff to go through. Phew. So but yeah, so I was thinking about calling in Sandalphon to come talk about this and see what he says, about all this. So here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of, Sandalphon, and you are living on a quite an interesting planet. There are many different things going on your planet, many different things that are seen, many things that are unseen. But the one thing that we would like you to understand, because talk of this sort can put some of you into a fear state, what we would say is that everything is in a perfect balance on your planet. Everything is perfectly balanced. And we will preface this also with that fact that you are not really here. You are here in the sense that you have chosen to come into these bodies, but you are spirit. You're love. You're just love. You're just love here, sharing a bit of your consciousness on this planet in order to perceive what is going on, in order to perceive many different storylines, many different ways of looking at the world, many different ways of living. But understand that beyond this yin and yang symbol that you see is love. Love is what keeps the yin and yang symbol together. Uh, Without the love, there would be no third dimension. Without the love, there would be no third dimension. It is your love that fosters this third dimension, that allows you to create in this world. You are creating in a safe place, we would say. This is a safe place for all of you to create, and you have free reign to choose whatever it is that you'd like to do, both on the yin side or the yang side. This is what this place is all about. This place is about finding out what you would do in many different situations, how you would react, what kind of emotions would rise. Yes, these emotions are very much a part of it. Learning to master these emotions through all of these different things, and learning that when you choose to do something that is against your nature, which is that of love, you tend to feel fear and you tend to feel pain. That is one of the main lessons that you're learning here, that when you turn against your true nature, things don't go very well for you. And it is, on the surface, a very simple lesson, but it is one of the most complex lessons in the universe, and that's why so many of you come down into the third dimension to experience it and to figure out what it's about. like most things, like most things on the surface, they're very simple. But once you get into them, it's very complex. But then once you understand it, it's very simple. So simplicity to complexity and back to simplicity again. And that is the nature of your universe as well. And what we would say, what we would like to say about what is happening under your feet is that there are many different worlds, that your earth is much more multidimensional than you could ever imagine. There's so much more happening here, and your earth is much larger than you could ever imagine as well. There are veils that are placed on your experience here, and that is by design, and you knew before you came here that those veils would be placed on you, and you wanted them there so that you could have these experiences. If you knew everything that was going on, it would limit the amount of experiences you could have on this planet, because you would know, in the sense, you would know too much, and that would limit your movements. The knowledge would weigh down your movements, and so that is why you chose to come down here into this veiled reality. And what's happening now is the veils are rising. You've had enough experiences. You've experienced everything that you wanted to experience, and so now you're approaching the time when the veils are rising. And as they're rising, you will start to see things that might shock you, might make you think twice about everything, and that's fine as well. That's part of the process. This is just a process that you're going through. This is the ascension process, and it has its ups and downs, and this is one of the parts of it. So what is going on underneath your feet? There are many different things going on underneath your feet. And what we would say is that with this being going into, he has to pass through. In order to ground, you have to pass through this. And we would say that that is not exactly the case. That this, what you might call those who are not on the light side, that are working under the ground, do not have access to all of the underground. There are limited places in that sense. It does exist throughout your world. It is all over your world. It is all connected, but it is not everywhere. And so that when you do ground into the earth, you can ground outside of that, because when you ground in the earth, you're grounding into a higher dimension of the earth. You're not grounding into that lower dimension that exists there. And so this goes into the concept of time and space. So you imagine that since it's below you, that when you have to go through it to get to the center of the earth. No, 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 no. You are traveling through a portal. You are traveling through a dimensional portal to get to the higher dimension of the earth, because the earth is already ascended. What you experience is just the after effects now. The earth is waiting for you to catch up to her. You are running after her, out of breath, and she's just waiting patiently at the higher dimension for you to catch up, for you to understand. And so you're just experiencing now just the after effects, and that these are very gentle after effects in that sense, to help you to understand everything that was happening. And it's important, in order for you to get to where she is, you need to go through all of these information, all of these ideas. And yes, one of them is that, yes, there are some things that are happening under your feet that are not so pleasant. We would say utterly unpleasant, the opposite of anything that you could imagine pleasant. And this is just part of the nature of this world. But that world is ending, and your light is shining stronger and stronger. And that is a big part of what you are doing as light workers. You are shining the light into those places. And as this being said, yes, when you shine the light, the shadows disappear, and there's less and less place now for that. Those who are working against their true nature, they don't have as much space anymore. The space is constricting and constricting. And that is why many things are coming to the surface, because there's nowhere to hide anymore. There's nowhere to hide for them, because the light is becoming stronger and stronger. And so those hidden places are not hidden anymore. Nothing is hidden anymore. Everything is revealed. And this is the slow reveal that you are all experiencing. All right. So, yeah. Let's see. I wonder why souls would incarnate into those lives in those dark places. Well, I've never really channeled about this, but I've heard that we all go through those. We've been on every side of the coin. in our different incarnations, because we come down here to experience everything. And so yeah, so we've been, yeah, what's that old 60s song? I can't remember, but anyway, but yeah, we've been through like many different, yeah. So why do we choose it? One of the things I heard, so from Jalila Starr in her Keys of Compassion, was that it's, we take on those dark roles to help others to have their experience, to deepen their experience. For example, without this yin and yang experience, we would just be kind of floating around and say, "Yay, everything's wonderful! Aha, I'm flying!" But otherwise, with these, it gives us contrast. It makes the story. And so when the people play those dark roles, it's a very difficult role to play because they're going against their true nature. And that one thing that she always says as well is that, what they're doing is wrong, right? It's wrong. And they will be, as legally, punished for it. But within the afterworld, within the whole afterworld idea, um, the forgiveness is needed because they loved you so much that they came down into this world to play those roles, and to suffer, because it's not easy to play that role, and they have to go through a lot to play that role. Like they have to be pretty much trained since birth to go through those roles, and they're not easy. But that's in no way am I saying that I condone, of course, but it's, I mean, that's the nature of our reality. It's kind of hard to talk about and hard to, yeah. So, so yeah. So, Keone, yeah, I'm just channeling Sandalphon for today. Yeah. So let's see. TTT Tracy say, love Sandalphon's take on all this. Pocket protector and all. Yeah, yeah. I don't have my picture of him. Maybe I should put him on the cover. Yeah. My picture of Sandalphon, when I saw him, when he took me underground, he had like a button-down shirt, he had kind of curly hair, and he had glasses, and he kind of looked like an absent-minded professor kind of thing. I mean, he's not absent-minded, but yeah. And hey, Kathy and TTT Tracy, you say Jalaila's site. Yeah, Jalaila's site, if you're interested, it's niburiancouncil.com. And you can just look it up, niburiancouncil.com. It's really great. She has a lot of great information. And she has a weekly call too, which is also amazing. But anyway, definitely check that out. And check out the Keys of Compassion, because, I mean, along with the Course in Miracles, those are two things that really, really help me to clear a lot of energy and to forgive a lot. So Michael, you say, that's a great answer. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Jalila. That's her answer. That's what I learned from her. So, Kathy, I've heard those people you love the most, yeah, have to play, yeah, those dark roles. So yeah. Yeah, I just got this new Casio keyboard, so for when I teach composition, and I kind of want to like bring it in, and they have Casio keyboards. I'm sure you're all familiar with them. The sound is not so great, but it's, I mean, it's a low end one. I bought the cheapest one because it's just for just teaching and stuff. But they've got all those funky rhythm tracks and stuff. So instead of using my drum, maybe I'm just gonna use a Casio drum track. Anyway, but I'm not gonna do it. So yes, I'm gonna go into Pocket of Peace, and this Pocket of Peace, yeah, I think this is about sending the light into all those places. And so, for example, too, as I was saying, the military have been training underground, subterranean warfare. You know, think of these people like they're, probably in their 20s, they're just kids, right? They're just kids, and they're like going down in this scary, scary place, and they're, you know, yeah, basically like superheroes, in that sense. And yeah, so just sending, and they're, no one knows, it's everything's kind of top secret kind of thing, so no one even knows, right, what they're going through. Can you imagine? So so but just, yeah, I want to send out energy and love to them. And then also to all the people that have lost so much in all of these storms recently, both in America and Japan and all around the world. I know Nepal too has a very, Kathmandu has extreme flooding. So just a lot of people are losing a lot of things, are suffering right now. So I want to send that out to, let's send this love out. And well, if you would like to join in, please join in. Pocket of Peace is a guided meditation, and yeah, and if you'd like to join in, you can join in however you'd like. I know Michael plays the guitar in the background, and Judy will do light language, Kathy was dancing, and yeah, I think Brenda was doing light language too. Yeah, so whatever you want to do in the background, just, because this Pocket of Peace becomes more powerful because of you. You are the ones that are helping to broadcast this frequency of love out into the world, to change the story that we're seeing into a story of love. And Michael, you say, I'm reading Jesus, My Autobiography by Tina Spalding. Have you read it? I did read it, yeah. Yeah, great book. Kathy says, I'm reading Tina's The Unaltered Soul. All right. Jesus might be next. Yeah, great books. Recommend them. I recommend them. So yeah, so let's go into a Pocket of Peace. All right. That's how we start all Pockets of Pieces with So I'd like you guys to imagine that you are in a place that makes you feel very relaxed. All right, good. And then I'd like you to just feel the space that you're in, just relax into it. If it's outside, feel the wind and the sun and the sky. If it's inside, just feel your feet on the floor. Just feel whatever it is that you're in, whatever place. Good. And then I'd like you to imagine that in this space, this gentle, gentle mist of unconditional love comes in, and it just surrounds you with this love. And you're starting to feel the unconditional love. And it just wraps around you like a blanket. It's like a hug, like an energetic hug. And you just feel like, wow, I feel good. I feel like I'm at home, like more at home than I've ever felt before. I just feel really right. I'm right. I'm good. I'm right with myself. I'm centered. I'm love. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm love. I just remembered. You know what? I am made of pure love. Unconditional. No conditions. I don't have to do anything, be anything, say anything, own anything, not own anything. I'm just love. And that's what I am. And no one, nothing can take that away from me. Because that's what I am. That's what I am. I am love. Unconditional, unfiltered, pure love. And you feel this love just surrounding your heart. Oh, and it just reminds you, yes, that's right. My heart is made of love. And it catches a flame. And you can feel it just, the flame just spreading throughout your body, and it's just getting warmer, and you're just saying, yeah, my whole body feels great right now. I'm almost in a state of ecstasy, but it's not out of control. It's just a beautiful, wonderful feeling. I'm vibrating this energy out, and it's so powerful. All that fear and all that worry and all that anger, all that sadness is gone. All that pain is gone. I just feel love. I'm love, 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 love. Yeah. And now we're just going to send that love out into the room that you're in. The whole room is now filled with love. And being love, it's also hope. And being hope, it's also peace. So everywhere you look, you see hope. Everywhere you look, you see peace. And this love just expands and expands out into your town, in your city, in your county. And it's going into the oceans, it's going into the rivers, it's going into all of the underground. The whole underground of the planet Earth is now surrounded by love, unconditional love. And it's just shining its light into the shadows, and the shadows disappear. All the shadows disappear. All the shadows disappear. And this is love is shining out into the riverways and the ocean ways, into the highways, into the byways, the streets, cars, and the buildings. Everything is just imbued with love now. Love, 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 love. And you see all the people around the world who have lost hope. They're looking down, they're looking dejected, and they just feel this love that's just been broadcast into the mass consciousness and traveling at the speed of love. And they feel it and they say, yeah, you know what? I'm not looking down anymore. I'm looking up. I can feel this love and I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I'm wherever I am, I'm home. I'm bringing my home with me. Yeah. And this love is very powerful and it's going to open up all the doorways for you. And you start to walk and you start to walk through that darkness and you find that your steps are getting lighter and lighter and the opportunities start to present themselves to you. What you thought was the end is just the beginning. And now everything is just beginning. And all stories of sadness and fear and of anger are gone and they're replaced with stories of love. You turn on your news and the weather forecast is more love for today and love throughout the night. And there's a 50% of love precipitation all throughout the day. And love, 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 love. Every story that you're seeing is a story of love. And we've just broadcast that love throughout the whole entire earth. Every single nook and cranny inside the earth. And all of those who are going down these dark pathways, not knowing where they're going, afraid, scared. The universe has got your back. The universe has got your back. The universe has got your back. And this hope is shining out everywhere. Everyone who needs hope is feeling it. It's like a gentle breeze, and they just wake up. They feel like they woke up from a deep sleep, and they say, where am I? What was I doing? I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to follow my heart now. I'm going to follow my heart now. I'm going to follow love. All right. So that's Pocket of Peace for day 218. I hope you're hopeful. And whoo, I'm like getting dizzy now. Whoa, this is kind of crazy energy. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, hope you're hopeful. I'm dizzy. And, but it's good. It's a good dizzy. Just the energy's a little bit intense. So thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for helping out, sending the love and the hope throughout the planet. Thanks Keone, TTT Tracy, and Michael, and Kathy. Thank you all, and everyone else who's listening in, and anyone listening in afterwards. You know, the hope that you join when you join in this Pocket of Peace. Time is what's the word? Time is irrelevant. It doesn't matter when you join in. You know, like you could join in a year later; it still has the same power because we're just bringing the love, and the love's just expanding. TTT Tracy, which Sunday, Sunday Jason, Church of Love. Thanks. That's funny. All right, guys. So thanks, guys. I hope you guys are hopeful, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. You've got this. We've got this. We've got this. We're gonna find our way through all of this. We're gonna figure it out. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Ciao. Hello. I might still be on. Yes. Hold on a second. I'm trying to, hold on. Give me a second here. Rumble doesn't want me to leave, wants me to stay. Rumble, why? Why do you make me stay? All right, hold on.